What's going on YouTube? Little back in the reaction. Today we got the UK's most brutal gang war documentary, #Birmingham, #Handsworth, #Ashton, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The last UK gang war type shit will be at the end of the video. Stay tuned for that, my brothers and sisters. It's gonna be a long one. We're gonna split this into 3 parts, you know what I'm saying? 30-minute parts. Part 1, 2, and 3 is part 1, you know what I'm saying? Roll to a band, like the video, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and what's going to react to next, my brothers and sisters. And without further ado, man, let's get into it. Make sure y'all get y'all splees and all that if y'all getting right, because for me, you know, I got the llamas right here. I just smoked one, but I got the llamas, you know what I'm saying? Llamas, see what I'm saying? No skinny things right now, you know what I'm saying? It sound a little fucked up.
Everyone's walking around casual like zombies, bro.
I can get this shit right. Oh,
There's
that's how
some
it
fucked
go.
up shit going on out here, man. And you look around at everyone, and everyone's just normal, like, you know, go home, read the papers, watch the news, and just kick back, have a cup of tea, and just get back up, do the same shit again. No one ain't got a passion.
Shout out to my boy Spinner. I think my boy Spinner from what's it called, Birmingham, gangster, right? Shout out to my boy right there. Yeah.
For this thing like me.
On the streets of Birmingham.
Matter of fact, shout out to Big C90 as well, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chris Late, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Damn, I think I'm blanking on 1, 2, you know what I'm saying? Who else was here from the jump commenting? D, you know what I'm saying? Mandy, shout out Mandy. Shout out who else? Nah, I gotta get that right. I gotta shout y'all out, man. Y'all niggas been for me. Yo, I appreciate y'all commenting too. I'm gonna start using my phone to read all these comments and respond, y'all. LC, that's who I was missing. I was missing LC, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Yeah, I think that's it for me. That's been here since the jump, my fault. Yeah, if you ain't get shouted out, my fault. You know what I'm saying? I see y'all though. Tyrone be going crazy, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Tyrone. We're gonna get into the rest at the end of the video, yeah, I'm out for it. But
tonight, another shooting, another victim.
Yeah, probably going on about 15 years now. This beef in Birmingham's been going on between Burgers and Johnson's.
3 fatal shootings in as many weeks. Birmingham now has the highest concentration of gun crime in the country, with 3 serious gun crime incidents here every single day.
Burgers are like the Handsworth guys in it. And John is the Aston. These are the 2 notorious gangs in Birmingham.
This man had an argument with that man, and that man had an argument with this man. Next thing you know, a punch turned to a stab turned to a gun. Next thing you know, somebody's shot. If I see you and I think, hold on, ain't that my man from that area? It's on site.
What do you mean on site?
On site, see anyone, just fuck them up.
In what way?
Fuck them up, man. Kill them, beat them up, stab them up, shoot them.
That's what it's come to, a postcode thing. You're from this area, you're involved. It's just as simple as that.
What's the war about?
I don't even know, you know.
Hear them guns blow in the ghetto for that big or that small dough. Beef burn slow like them blunts and that hydro for my dough.
Do you want to show us what happened?
I got stabbed there, once there in my arm. Gang stuff really.
How many of your friends have been stabbed?
Loads of my friends have been stabbed. Loads of my friends have been shot, like.
Gotta be very aware of the surroundings.
What do you mean?
What's like a lot of people, you see how this is like a kind of main road in Handsworth as well?
Yeah.
A lot of people sometimes drive past here to see if they can see someone from this area to try and pick them off.
And it's always constantly just looking over your back.
I watch every car that goes past, so I know who's in there.
A man no tech back chat, man no back a weapon. Probably a 4-5 or a Mac 11. And it ain't nothing you could tell them. Man a poppy melons and a shot straight to your cerebellum. And it's real struggle that I'm repping. And I can't see the rats around me, but I can smell them.
It's a shame that I'm so used to people getting stabbed and getting shot. It's a shame. Every day I wake up, oh, such and such got shot, you know. Oh, I swear down.
Cause are we really winning? Are the kids grinning? When shots go off in a man's christening, let's say niggas don't listen. All this black on black, now would there ever be peace? Now that silk's missing, 13's missing.
Look, see that there? Whoa. And that there?
Yeah.
Slugs. Right there and right there. Unfortunately, I was the target. How fast you can get.
You were the target?
Yeah, right here. How fast you can get into the alley there. And I was gone through there. I had like on there now. I would have been dead. I would have been dead. Aston Homer gun crime, G. Pop, 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 pop. I said about a motorbike, jump off. That's some next shit, look.
I be ducking and diving, bossing out hood niggas mainly. I got shot once, that's enough check for me, baby. Shining on road, boy, cops tailing me daily.
You see a man walking, catch him slipping, you run upon him so you don't see him, do what you're doing. Now if you're doing that and you're living like that, then you're gonna want to be aware of some people doing that to you. You have to be on point, especially if you're at the height of shit that's going down. You have to be very on point.
In too deep, now it's heading the wrong way. My closest piece of faded away. I'm trying to get out of the game. These streets can never tarnish my name. I need to leave, but still my heart wants to stay. I'm trying to get out of the game. I'm trying to get out of the game.
Like, you sit here and you moan about all the people that are gone, and you just think, how many more people have to go because these people have gone? And like, ain't there no way, like, you know, if you could ask these people what they really want, like, you're never ever gonna get the chance to come back and live, but what would you want? And I guarantee you half of them will say, you to stop killing each other, because you don't want to be here like this. This cannot be living. I don't believe this is what we were put here to do, just do what we're doing. I think there's more to it than this.
So what did you do?
Phone Penny up yourself to, cause obviously you just finished doing the films. I know you had links, connections with some of them burgers and that. So I was contacted you to contact Dylan, who's affiliated with burgers.
Yes, Flash. Oh, what are you saying, G? What's happening?
So Shabba called me because I got to know young men on both sides of the conflict while researching my film One Day in 2007. I stayed good friends with Dylan, who played Flash in the film.
I got a phone call from Penny saying that a guy named Shabba from the B6 side of town was thinking about, is there any possible way where there could be a truce? My first initial thought was, okay, this is against the grain. If my friends hear that I'm talking to somebody from the other side of town, or people I'm associated with hear that, they're gonna thinking, yo, I'm dodgy. So my first thought was, do I really wanna do it? When I thought to myself, you know something, I've got kids coming up and I've heard them talk about this gang stuff and that, so I'm obliged to.
You wanna be a gunman, do ya?
Just making a film one day, I've got all these little kids running up to me saying, yo, Flash, 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 Flash. I feel obliged to push this message. You don't wanna be like Flash. You don't want to get caught up in that lifestyle. You don't want to be involved in that.
Shabba, you made it.
Cool.
And how did you feel before the meeting?
For the meeting, tell the truth, I was kind of nervous. I'm not going to lie. I don't really get nervous like that, but I was kind of nervous. I was thinking this is some different kind of stuff because it's against all rules. It's goes against what I grew up to believe in, even though it's rubbish, and I know it's rubbish. So for me to go into the room, I'm going to tell the truth, I was kind of nervous thinking, what is this really? And like I said, it could have been a setup. Could have went in there and just could think, yo, there's my man from that side of town. Let's get him in the room, fuck him up.
I wake up every day saying something is not right, and I don't know if we're gonna get a next chance to come back on the next world and do it again, or do we need to do something?
As I know, there's only what happened. I'm only going to get this one chance in it, brother. Like I said, you're only going to be 10 months, you're going to be 20 months, you're going to be 30 months. There's no part two of this, and next year or next lifetime, bro. Right now, it's real.
I've lost a load of friends. I've lost a load of people. A load of people around misery and a load of angry people.
You're gonna wake up in the morning and think, I can't be living like this. It's not a joke. Yeah, it's not. You get me, you're done, you're burying your friend and you're done, you're crying, your brother's mom's crying, you think, I can't be living like this, Don. This is crazy. You understand it?
Who else can I think of that's gonna come up and say, you know what, we have to stop this thing, and can actually get to the next side and get back and vice versa. So it's a good thing for me to be sitting there with Dylan, being able to pass messages and get messages back and forward to let people know it's not that time. You can't call 5 men out of college to do this job. This job has to be taken care of by people that are affiliated, whether they're out there banging. Look, you need to be able to be around these members. Man are active. In an hour, half an hour's time, I could probably be with a man who's licking off heads and that. That's how real it is, and that. It's a small world.
How are we gonna really do this? And it kind of like, you get me? And like I said, this could, like I said, it could be more. It could put man in problems. I'm not gonna lie. Some people might not like it.
It's hard. It's gonna be hard to get through. But they don't get paid for this. There's no reward. The only thing that could come of this is someone could say fuck him for that, and we lighten him up. So that's why I know my heart's in it, and I believe if man don't do it, no one's gonna do it, and we gotta try and do it, even if nothing comes of it. At least when they mention burgers, Johnny's or war, they'll know that at least there's man out there that are thinking, you know what, that are trying to do something. Man can't ever tell me I'm not trying to put my life on the line for my community.
That little thing there, what we did yesterday, is bigger than what anybody could imagine. Just for us to sit down and have spoken, you understand it, and to have been, I've sent the message that way and he sent the message his way.
Are we meeting someone I know, Dylan? Or?
I don't know if you've met.
How old is he?
26 now, but as far as I can remember, he's always been around it, so. Right now, the kids need to understand that the war and arguing over nothing. All of this is over nothing. That's the scary thing about it.
If there's going to be some form of peace or whatever you want to call it, then order. I'm willing to try. I just can't see it being like, I don't know, man.
I'm not saying it's gonna be straight peace like that, but I'm saying it them like holler that penny, you know.
But when this is what I'm trying to keep saying to you. You see when you say them like.
All right, then I said an individual.
That individual there, he's not valid.
Yeah, I hear that.
I need to hear it from someone who I know deep down inside my heart that is up to no good.
But he's saying right now there's active men that are involved in the thing, and there's a man that are doing stuff on road, and they've said it from their heart, brother. If you can stop this thing, stop it, innit?
These motherfuckers are not stupid. They're not stupid, so they can be saying all that because they want to get involved in stuff. They want to get their fingers dipped in certain little situations that otherwise they couldn't have.
Would you talk to your enemy to set us free, or just wait for the 5-0 to give you the key? Cause 10 man getting 30, that was injustice. When it was war, they taught us to bust this. How can we come together cause they don't trust us? Where's the loyalties? There's no love left. Ride and die for niggas till there's no fogs left. Then bust the guns till there's no slugs left. Cause the government's having a party and they're calling it Illuminati.
It's Boxing Day. There's been a shooting in town. I'm gonna phone Shab and see what we can do and try and sort the situation out, innit?
It's not good to go right now because obviously we're here, innit? So if you're free, you can link up.
Retaliation is what I'm worried about. Even though meeting in town could be dodgy, before this escalates and turns into some next big drama, Shabba and I have agreed to hook up for the second time to see if we can sort this out.
You shouldn't be making youths wind you up though. Obviously, but yeah, man, you've been around long enough to know, blood. You can't be making, it's like a little brother winding you up and you're saying, you carry on, I'm gonna beat you up, and he's winding you up too. You just say, you know what, fuck him off. You can't be making man bring you down to their level to have you in some youth man activity, blood. See, since man I met up and that, nothing ain't really happened. Couple little minor things, but nothing on the scale of how fucking last year was, blood. With this heat wave of shooting and that, blood. Because the next man dies now or the next shot goes off, it's just gonna get messy again. I could get 5 man, blood, and you could get 5 man, and they could all sit there all day and say, yeah, but you done this, and yeah, but you done that, and yeah, my bridging this, and I'm saying, if we just stop it, blood, fuck it off, you get it, blood?
Fuck it off, innit? And see how it goes for a bit long. This conversation's never been had. In how many 15, 20 years this gang thing's been running, this conversation's never been had.
So what are people suspicious? What would they say?
People saying they're suspicious that we're doing it without an ulterior motive. It's either to get money, or it's money, or it's or is the police involved somewhere along the lines. There's loads of little things that people are wary about.
I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. I'm advising you. So don't be mad at me or nothing, or don't Don't think I'm trying to pull no stunts, or it's not no money scam or no skit. This is for all of us in the long run, bro.
They don't seem to understand why would you want to do it, and that's the problem, man. But we're gonna show them the bigger picture, bro. Like I said, we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep pushing.
This is the black hole, of course, where we judge by the way we walk, and close friends get killed for the way we talk. You build up so much anger, you're supposed to know that this world don't owe you anything, cause we was born to lose, but built to win.
You're not supposed to talk to the enemy, as people would say, but I don't look at them as my enemy and that. The life I live in, that government, police, the way the system works, I don't look at them as my enemy. If the people that I've got a problem with, then fair enough, but I wouldn't say my enemy. Like, I'd rather get up and go and kill a policeman to tell the God's honest truth. I'm more angry at them, you know, than them. I'm really mad at. And I think if you put all these mans together and make them have to fight a cause like the Lazar's riots, and make them have to fight a cause together, I reckon that's what will bring everyone together again and make people appreciate each other.
That's what I'm saying. Birmingham love all the way around.
Understand it? He knows what it is already. I don't have to say no more. He knows what it is.
I'm from the older generation where my grandma, I used to follow my grandmother with shopping, and you have to say hello to every black woman and every woman. See, here's a big man right here, so you know, this is the man that owns the dumpling shop up the road, Sovereign's Cafe. This is a documentary. And we're talking about like resolving the gang situation in Birmingham. Talk to them, man. Tell them what you think about what's going on with this gang situation and how it was back in your day as well.
My days were proper. Life was ever so simple. We didn't fight each other.
Stop lying, man. You fought the Teddy Boys, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. But we didn't fight each other. You know, we think about love.
Valid.
You was again love and girls.
So in the riots, the ones in '85, do you remember those? I
remember both of them. I remember both of them.
Because then people were fighting the police and the National Front. They weren't fighting each other.
No, they weren't fighting each other.
Yeah.
It was police. The people were just fed up with society.
Yeah.
You know, so nothing was happening, so people just burst out one night, the police.
When police lost control of a half-mile stretch of road in Handsworth, the neighbourhood was reduced to a blazing inferno. The police were powerless to stop it. The orgy of destruction that followed made it look like something out of the Blitz.
The tragedy is that it's come after so many years of very good community relations here with absolutely nothing to indicate that this would happen. It is pure, naked hooliganism running on into outright violence and theft.
2 days after having one of the best carnivals that we've ever had in the city, and it would appear through insensitive policing again, we are now struck with this silly problem.
Get low, gang. Get low, gang. They got it there. They got your ass, gang. I ain't gonna lie. They got your ass, gang.
The bigger generation, they were fighting for a cause, a real cause, which was, you know, to get rid of racism out of Birmingham. You know what I mean? But it was never no kill black on black crime. We're arguing over postcodes that don't belong to us, street corners that don't belong to us.
We
You know
have to pay council tax.
for we don't own these roads. You're fighting for a postcode. You own a postcode. No, you don't.
I was not like you were saying. Trust is what did you say? Trust is a luxury.
Yeah, it is, man.
You trust is luxury because you can't. You're around here. You can't trust in anybody. A lot of people let you down. You trust anybody and anything that makes you vulnerable. You have to stay paranoid to be on point, and it's horrible. It's been sad for a long time, Penny, that's what I'm saying, man. A lot of heartache, a lot of things. Right now, it's not that bad. Like I said, there's times where you don't even want to be driving up and down on the road like this. Do you understand it? You know, when it's peak and it's fully on shrubs. You understand it? There's times where you don't want to really be on the road. You'll get the call saying, yo, you get me, the people like the big gangbangers on the road driving around like how we're driving around looking for someone to look down so you don't come on the road, so you don't become a victim. It gets like that.
To tell the truth, it's been kind of hell. People are falling out with each other, saying I'm trying to get to Hollywood by making a documentary. There's been beer arguments. People are saying you're working with the police, but we haven't been able to film any of this madness because the man won't allow the cameras in the hood.
It's all good me having my opinion and saying what I want to say, but without any backing, it don't really make no sense, you understand it? Like I said, I can say what I'm saying, but for me to reach out to the elders, for me to hear what they're saying, the man ain't gonna listen to me because they say, D-boy, what's your opinion don't really count like that, so I need somebody with some weight in this thing to back me on it.
Be the boss, I pay the cost and nearly ruined my life. Wasted years independent, something new in my life. For all the dirt, did the shit I've been through in my life. I should be stuck in jail doing the life. Touchdown in H-Town, no more confined to a cell. Lot of niggas acting hard, it's being grimy as well. Never seen a prison yard, I've done no time in a cell. These for my gangsters doing time with an L. Look, hot to find prison, healthy and
Bridging Zilla just come out the penner. He's original burger bar. He's been doing this thing from the get-go. He's just done 8 years in jail. Now this brother is influential because people listen when he speaks.
This is the prison right here. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be ending up behind that wall.
So they accused you of trying to kill a policeman,
Yeah,
was that?
Times 2, trying to kill 2 of them. I was on 2 attempted murders of the police. That was my original charge. Attempted murder times 2 on 2 officers. But I had to drop it to a lesser charge. Because they couldn't prove that I tried to kill nobody. I tried to shoot one of them. Yeah, and the gun jammed. And then I took the same gun and tried to shoot the next one, and the gun jammed. But if the gun's jammed on one person, how can I attempt to kill someone again? It was just a load of shit, really. I got 8.5 years, which I've done 8 years out of it, more or less. I've been jailed enough times, but this time now I try to really learn something from it. So when I get out, obviously, I'm gonna do something right, and you know, the place is a mess. So my priority was, if I can try and make one little difference in the hood where I come from, then that's an achievement to me, you get what I'm saying? If I can deter one person from ending up in there where I ended up, that's an achievement for me, innit? So that's what I'm on, innit? See, but I got a lot of friends that are left in jail still, you get me? And I feel their pain because man's here, some of them ain't gonna get to experience this, you understand what I'm saying?
Zilla's agreed to support the movement 100%, but he's asked us to highlight the case of his 4 friends who are doing life after a high-profile trial.
The thing people remember most about Burger Bar and Johnson's is the tragic killing of Letitia Shakespeare and Charlene Ellis on New Year's Day 2003.
This has got to end. My daughter's life was cut short by this killing. A part of me died when Letitia died. This is as bad as it gets. Please help. Please help.
But 2 wrongs don't make a right. My friends are identified by an anonymous witness, and Marcus Ellis got 35 years based solely on his evidence.
I don't think we've really taken on board what a serious step it is to allow witnesses to give evidence anonymously in our courts, speaking in Dalek voices through voice distortion equipment, shielded from the view of everyone in court, sometimes even defending counsel. You're not allowed to ask another witness if the anonymous witness was even present at the scene. You can't check.
What I've got is the prison records that were made available to the court of Mark Brown, who is the anonymous witness. He's at Brinsford at the detention centre. You're saying in June that the Johnson boys are after you, they've actually attacked you. You were seen wandering out of some toilets, dazed and bleeding with your clothes torn. Does that ring a bell? And he says yes. So then Nigel Rumford says the idea of cooperating with the police started to become rather attractive to you, didn't it?
Yeah, of course.
As soon as he started cooperating, he was moved from Brinsford to a different prison.
Vulnerable people and stuff, when they find themselves in them situations, do anything they can do to get out of that situation. Jail, it's not a nice place. You understand what I'm saying? Your life, you give your life away to the place that, you know, it's not nice.
When you visit the scene, you begin to appreciate how unbelievable the evidence that witness gave is. The party was here at these premises. Mark Brown, the anonymous witness, claimed that he came out for fresh air and the vehicle drove along the service road with tinted windows, discharged a firearm, sadly killing the two young girls. This was around about 4 a.m. At the very beginning of January, so it would still have been intensely dark.
So Mark Brown claimed that he could clearly identify 4 men wearing masks in a moving car with heavily tinted windows in the middle of the night while a machine gun was firing.
It's a matter of a split second for the vehicle to go past the relevant positions. It would be quite impossible to identify anyone in that vehicle.
He then refuses to attend an identity parade.
It's the same guy that's saying that you can't point these people out in the ID parade, that's saying that you pointed out that you could see these people in a tinted out car with masks on in the middle of the night. But you can't go into a room where the people are bright as fuck. You understand it? You can see their whole face and everything and you can't pick them out there. I don't know how people feel about it, but it's wrong, innit? Okay, it's wrong, innit? It's just blatantly wrong, innit? Because my friend had the gang marker, was stitched off in a way that wouldn't happen to anybody else who didn't have this gang marker. So your car that you drive is gang affiliated, your house, okay, gang members go to this house, everything becomes gang affiliated. And when you go to the court of law now, and that word gang comes up, it gives them powers to use acts that they've created just to go against gang members.
The reason it started is because there is a great deal of witness intimidation, and there's no doubt about that. It does go on. There are gangs in our inner cities now, gangs with access to firearms, which is not something that used to be as widespread as it is, and there is a genuine problem. But in my view, it's a problem primarily for the police, whose relationship with certain minorities in the inner cities has broken down in recent years, and it's a problem for politicians to sort out questions of social cohesion, which make it so difficult for people to give evidence. What you can't do is address a social problem like that by throwing away 1,000 years of legal history and the protection of the rights of the accused, by having unfair trials to combat social problems. It's not a remedy.
Marcus gave me that first phone call and said, Mum, he said, Mum, they found me guilty, and we both cried together. He says, Mum, sometimes when you're in the cell, the realization just hits you right in your face that you're here. And he even said to me that he visualized himself in nursery and then school and primary school and then secondary school. And then he said to this, and it just kind of just knocked him for 6.
On the streets of Birmingham.
Till it was cool that we agreed to highlight the case, and he used his influence so that we could bring cameras into the hood for the first time. Cameras are no-go in my community, especially when we're talking about gangs and whatnot. So today's kind of monumental, really.
What about Uno? You're 17.
He's 16. Are you 15 today? 16 today? He's 17 today. Oh, glad you're getting old, man. Big ass you. Because hold on, he's 17. Stand up next to me, bro. He's 17, bro. I'm gonna eat it down here, bro. So how do you see the other side of town that ain't from here? Are they seen as like enemies or just like what's the take on it?
Now it's that bad. Half of the men can't even go town. You have to go town in a group, and the police don't like that.
Yeah.
See? And if you go town in a group, police are looking to draw you. You're drawing more attention to yourself. You get me? And you don't even want that. You just go in there to buy some clothes.
Once you reach a certain age, you ain't going to Newtown, and they don't know you. So when they see you, thinking, who's this? Who's this? You could be on it, but they don't still know this. You understand it? Yeah, everybody's just, like I said, everybody's defensive.
All that postcode shit is a bag of bullshit.
It's a bag of bullshit, bro.
I don't rep nothing that owns to the government.
You understand it, blood? You understand it, rude boy, and it's the truth, man.
I was there from day one. I helped start all of this shit, man. Started all of this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So it's my job to try and fix it, innit? I won't feel right in myself. Otherwise, we're bringing the hood together, we're stopping the fucking hood. You understand what I'm saying?
All right, say it like this. Say 50 man say, yeah, forget it. But one man out of that 50 man, something happens from the past. No one's not going to be back on this. Everyone's going back to what they was doing before, innit? No one's not sticking to what they was doing. It's going straight back to what it was before, man.
If a man thinks he can push my button, then that's where he's gonna fuck up, because I'm gonna make an example out of him. I ain't allowing for anyone to think that I'm a chump. Cause this just can't work like that, bro. It just don't make no sense, bro.
A man violates you. That's 1-0 to him. You go and lick down the man. You think it's 1-0 to you, but he's dead. Well, at the end of the day, you're on the run. Eventually, you're gonna get catched with a ting. When you get catched with a ting, you're fucked. You understand?
Bro.
You're gonna be sitting down. How have you won? Your life's fucked. You know. There's no winners in this thing. That's what man needs to understand.
We're not meant to be warring like this, bro. Forget Birmingham and anything. We're young men, black brothers.
Fair enough, but when they see you, even so, you want to stop whatever,
bro.
what's
Bro. But that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna stand up. I have to be a man. That's what I'm saying. I have to be a man and say,
so what, you supposed to get beat up?
Bro, nah. But this what I'm showing you. I'm not saying that. That's why we have to, as big elders, we have to link up with their elders and talk to all our youths, and they have to talk to their youths. Don't think it's just us on this side doing this. It's over there as well. So man have to put this order in place.
Even with having Zilla out, it's been kind of a mission. But Shabba, he ain't got no support.
Hey yo, I try to stack a million. My life is brilliant. Code name Simbo, birth name Simeon. Get money how you can, is my opinion. Grab your get a rapper.
Kyle, there's loads of man them over there, so he's got loads of man against him. I've heard some conversations and he's been on the phone line. I can hear the background and it sounds like a madness. So for him to keep pushing, I have to respect it.
Alright, you know, niggas trying like, bang it on that nigga. That nigga chatting, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
fuck that nigga talking about. All that shit, bro. That's part one of the UK's most brutal gang war documentary, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the last gang war reaction on your screen now, my brothers and sisters. Make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Tell me what's on track. Next, man, we're on the road to a billion subscribers. Without further ado, man, we out here, you know what I'm saying?